A.
Please welcome your host on Wipeout, Ash the Bash!
"64 months. It's such a good tune, so let's hear it again."
Apparently the other one doesn't want to come through. I thought there was going to be another subscription coming through, but no, it didn't decide to play. Okay then. Not sure what that was all about. Anyway, I need to do this.
To play Wipeout, join in by going to hackbox.ca in your browser and join with the following room code: TNVQ. You can even join in on your mobile phone. Alternatively, you can join Twitch chat by entering the room code into Stream Chat, or, as in this case, QuizBot 3000. Once done, wait for further
54
instructions on how
months,
to play the
always a
game.
pleasure to be a part of this amazing community. Here's to many times ahead, Ash. Let us play some Wipeout in space. Wait, that's not right, but imagine though.
Imagine though if we did play some Wipeout in space. But if only. Welcome to you all. I hope you're doing well. This wonderful Wipeout Wednesday here on Quiz Night at 80_bash. Yeah, I don't know why it skipped your B, AVAC. That was exactly what I was expecting it to go and read through, and it decided it didn't want to announce it at all. But thank you for the 3 months nonetheless, AVAC. And 54 months from Pozdan, and 64 months at Tier 3 from Mr. Matt the Rev, and 48 months. That's 4 years in old money from AB Me. Thank you very much for all of the subscriptions coming in. Building up this hype train. Apparently, it just doesn't like B. It likes A. It likes A. It likes A. It's fine with that, but not B. It's absolutely fine with the B. No, fine with the A, not with the B. But you are, hopefully, doing well out there. Made by the Fonz, something like that.
Cheer 100, not the bees.
Not the bees. The bees have it. Unlock. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Pozdan. I hope you're doing well out there. And hello, it's me, finally sliding on in there after all of the announcements sort of interrupting everything. And thank you to Mr. Toadboy, of course, with reading the room code out. It's amazing that I've got him on speed dial at all times to be able to do that. TNVQ, that is the room code to enter in to play tonight's game. Oh, that was a loud one, that was.
Cheer 1000, thank you, Ash, for the quiz pack.
Thank you for the 1,000 bits there, Brian. Appreciate that, and thank you for the quiz pack. Well, we'll be seeing your quiz pack in a short while. After we've played some Wipeout, we'll be going over to space to play some Relativity, written by Brian, proofed by Pokenuts. You made it in time, Chris. Welcome on in. You managed to get into the room code, into the lobby in just enough time to get this game underway. And yes, Wipeout. Tonight we've got 3 brand new boards, never touched by human hands. No, that's not how it goes. 3 brand new boards that you've not played before, though 3 authors out there will know what the contents of said boards are. The authors of the boards tonight are Alex, aka Oni, Cetra, and Shadowmane, though not necessarily appearing in that order. And of course, if they remember. But they will have the author bonus applied to them regardless. So even if they don't remember, well, there's nothing at risk because they're going to get 10,000 dukes anyway, just for writing the board. As if they can keep a hold of it through to the end. Type the numbers. Well, they're not numbers, they're letters to start with for the room code. But when we get to the main game, yes, you will be entering in the numbers for the answers 1 through 16. Or you can play on Hackbox, much easier because you just click buttons and things happen. Just like that bit in the music. Hackbox makes a big difference. It does indeed. Yeah, you don't need pen and paper for this game. Majority of my games you don't need pen and paper for. You do for like Cryptex though. You can use the digital pen and paper that's in the Universal Controller app over on Ben's side of things. So pen and paper not actually required because it's provided for you anyway. So yeah, pen and paper not required, not needed. It's all good. All you need is be able to watch the stream. Basically, that's the minimum requirement, is be able to watch the stream. If you want to play the game, you can enter on Twitch chat or Hackbox. TNVQ is the same room code for both. Or you can just lurk around, see, just watch along, see how you would have done if you were to play. But obviously, you won't get any dukes for not entering into the game. Only quiz you need a pen and paper for is Countdown to the Minute. Well, it's not the only one out there, but it's certainly the prime candidate of games that are still regularly played out there that would require the pen and paper. Or, I mean, you could try and play it without. It would be difficult, I suppose, but it's entirely possible that you can play without. Entirely possible. Do we need alcoholic beverages? No, those aren't required, but if you have them to hand and you feel like you would like to partake in some drinking, then absolutely do so, but in moderation and all that. I've just got Pepsi. That's all I have for me tonight is Pepsi. Simple drink, can't complain. So yeah, just 3 boards for tonight, and then later on, Relativity going into space, written by Brian, proofed by Pokenuts. Pepsi, the strongest alcoholic beverage. I think a Mr. Game Show would probably agree on that front. But you're Mr. Gamer Man, you're a slightly different person. But yeah, definitely source of alcoholic to a very minute extent. Or at least that's the original formula for Coca-Cola, had that 7X formula in, which was a thing. But they don't use that anymore, or at least they say they don't, or maybe they do a different variation of it, but the original 7X formula as part of the Pemberton formula. But yeah, every drink is alcoholic to a degree, depends on just how high or low on the slide you go. Anyway, last chance to get into the lobby, and then we'll get into the game proper. The room code TNVQ, although I'll let Toad do the duty again.
To play Wipeout, join in by going to hackbox.ca in your browser and join with the following room code. TNVQ. You can even join in on
He's
your
so
mobile.
enthusiastic.
Alternatively, you can join Twitch chat by entering the room code into stream chat, or as a whisper to Quizbot 3000. Once done, wait for further instructions on how to play the game.
Is everything a sandwich? Oh god, let's not get into sandwich theory now, Puzzle Dan. Oh god, that's definitely not something to get into at the beginning of the stream, because we will be here forever if we did do that. Sandwich theory is its own thing. Hype Train has now departed. Thank you very much for all the support. Matt, just missing out getting into the Hype Train, but thank you very much for the 1,000 bits.
Play on your mobile phone. Love you really, Toad.
Yeah, they call it a cell phone over in the States, but I decided to write it in the UK language, so mobile phone or mobile phone, which is just doesn't sound right from an American. Anyway, we are going to get into the game once this loop of the bed has finished, and we're very close to that. So, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's play Wipeout.
Let's play Wipeout.
There we go. always a bit of a tense moment when it's loading the questions from Google Sheets, because it takes a little while. You'd think it would be pretty fast, but no, it takes a little while to actually parse it from Google Sheets side of things. But it is now all loaded in. Good luck to you all, and let's play some Wipeout. For those that have never played before, if you have joined in, you will see an answer grid with 16 possible answers on, 11 of which are correct. You need to select as many of those as you dare. The more that you select, the more points you get. However, 5 of the 16 are bad answers. They're wrong answers. They are known as wipeouts. If you select even as much as one wipeout in your answer selection, then you will wipe your entire score down to 0. Yes, that does even count for future boards where you may have some dutes already gathered from previous boards. If you go through board 1, board 2, got lots of dutes in your bank, and then you hit wipeout on board number 3, that's it. It's all gone. Game over. Bye. It is a very cruel game, this Wipeout, so you've got to avoid those wipeouts at all costs. But you must always give me at least one answer on the grid. You can't get any freebies, I'm afraid. So, if you're ready, here comes board number 1. I'm going to start off with some alliteration intimidation. Alliteration intimidation. Anybody have a clue about where we're going with this? It's all very, very quiet. You like the sound of this board? Okay. Hopefully not books. Is it Onis by chance? Actually, this one is not Onis, Vixen. No. You think it's going to be about alliteration? Alliteration. No. Poetry, double initials. Wow. Scary letters. All about alliteration. Profanities uttered by comic book heroes. It's about bullying people. I think, actually, Poison Dart is about as close as you can get to it, actually, given the particular context we're going to go with here. Here's some more info. Which of these words appear in the lyrics of the song Spooky, Scary Skeletons? Now, 11 of these words are in the lyrics of Andrew Gold's song Spooky, Scary Skeletons. 5 of them, though, are not. The words will either appear in the exact form given or just not appear in any possible form at all. It is as simple as that. And also, all the answer options will begin with the same letter. And you'll never guess which one. So 16 answers, all starting with the same letter. 11 do feature in the lyrics to Spooky Scary Skeletons. 5 of them do not. Here we go. And your 45 seconds starts now. Now, with a recent update on Hackbox, you should be able to just select buttons and it will lock that answer in as you go along. If for some reason that's not working, though, do hit the submit button at the bottom if you can, and that will definitely send your answer through to my side of things. But as of the recent update with Hackbox, it should be maintaining your progression. And wouldn't you guess it, but S, Cetra, has written this board. Thank you for all of the S answers here for Spooky, Scary Skeletons. Last few seconds, get your answers in. And there is time. So, on the board, let's see what we've got answer-wise. We do have a couple of players that haven't given me any answers at all. That's fine for board number 1, because you're already on 0. You're not going to get anything for it anyway. You're not going to lose anything. Cetra obviously going to get the author bonus of 10,000 for writing this board. In terms of biggest guesses, we've got someone with an avatar that I can't identify on 11. Drahuska's not gone for a full 11. Go for a bit of 10. So maybe a very confident 10 rather than going for, who knows, whatever, with 11. Nobody else has gone for a bid in double digits. You're looking at 7s from the looks of things and 6s. I'm not seeing any 8s or up there right now. Oh, sorry, Paulister does have, in fact, a bid of 8. Is the only person with a bid of 8. Okay, well, let's start revealing some answers, and we're going to start off with the following. Spine. Yes, send shivers down your spine is part of the lyrics there. Spine is a good answer, nicely done. Next we're going to speak. Yes, speak with such a screech. Lots of S's continuing on with this song. Yes, speak with such a screech is also a good answer. You definitely do not have 2 versions of this song on your Spotify at all. Definitely not at all. Well, maybe you've got a bit of an advantage here, Topper, though. This being board number 1 does mean you've got to do well on the other 2 boards to keep any bank intact. So that's the little tricksy thing. Next, we're going to shudder. Shudder is correct. Yes, you'll shake and shudder in surprise is what you'll do. Shake and shudder in surprise. Okay. Next up, we're going to a sarcophagus. Good answer for sarcophagus. Yes, they'll sneak from their sarcophagus is the partial lyric there. The player that went with a full bid of 11 is on track still going with 7 to go. Drahuska, 7 to go. So we have revealed one answer that Drahuska didn't go for, but is otherwise on track for the remainder. We do have a couple of players that have already banked out. We've got 2 at the top currently banked out on 5,000. 8 was out on 1,500. And that's about it from what I could see. We will continue on, though. Next, we're going to seldom. Seldom is correct. Unfortunately, now our player with the anonymous avatar is now going to be off track by at least 1, meaning you will be hitting at least 1 wipeout. Hard luck there, but a valiant effort. Seldom. They seldom let you snooze is the partial lyric there. Nicely done, Topper. We continue on to same. Samey. They are silly all the same is what the partial lyric is. Drahuska still got 5 to go. The situation is there are 5 left to go, so you are still on track for your remaining answers. Paulister on 7,500, still looking for 3 more to go. Okay, let's keep this trailer rolling. Sinister. It is not Sinister! Well, there's the wipeout for the anonymous avatar with Prey, Clive, Manic Volcanic, Ralph and Mark. Unfortunately, not getting that right. Yeah, Sinister is unfortunately too spooky for you, is the quotes that Cetra has provided there. Too spooky for you is Sinister. It is a wipeout answer. Hard luck there. You took that out of the last moment, says Shapes. Well, good thing you did. Do you have any other wipeout answers, though? Let's continue on. Shrilly. That's a really weird word, isn't it? Shrilly. But it is a good answer. Yes, shout, startling, shrilly screams. All S's in that partial lyric there. Shout, startling, shrilly screams is the partial lyric in question for shrilly. Nicely done on getting that. We've got 4 left to go now, and there are 4 wipeouts left to avoid. Rahuskin now, unfortunately, in overbid territory by 1, so we'll be hitting at least one wipeout. Paulister now in the lead with 2 left to go. Nat is still looking for just 1 to go to secure some funding into the next round. Okay, let's keep going by the seashore. Seem. How seemingly. Seem? Seem is correct, yes, but bags of bones seem so unsafe is the partial lyric there for seem. Topper's still looking for 1 to go. Shadowmane now joining the fray at the front there, looking for 1 to go. There are 3 correct answers left on the board. We're next going to seal. Shadowmane and Paulister, Colo, Oni, Manic have gone with seal. Are you sealing your situation right now into board number 2? You are indeed. Well, Paulister's still looking for 1 more, actually, but seal is good. Yes, seal your doom tonight is the partial lyric in question there. So, Shadowmane, securing on 14,000. Right, Rogue Dragon, sorry, yes. Too many dragons around these parts. Too many dragons and just lots of avatars that I keep mixing up. I do apologise. Yeah, Shadowmane, 14,000 currently secured. Paulister, you're looking for 1 more. Topper, you're still looking for 1 more on the top row there. Nata's still looking for 1. Mr. Game Man's looking for 2. Chris is looking for 1. Oren is looking for 1. Too many dragons. I didn't mean it in a negative sense. Next, we're going to socialise. And that is good for 3 players on the top row there. You are socialising here. You only want to socialise was the correct lyric there. You only want to socialise. Very well done. Drahuska, obviously, we now know in overbid territory by a couple. But everybody else on the top row is now secured. There's only one correct answer left on the board. Mr. Gamerman, you are now in overbid territory. You will hit a wipeout in a moment. Same with Brian as well. You're in overbid territory with your bid of 2 to go. Everybody else, though, you do still have 1 answer left to go. Let's see how it works out for you. Severed. Drahuska, Mr. Gamerman, Silver Electron, going with Severed along with Brian and Sooty Cat as well. Is that the final correct answer on the board? Severed. No. That was a wipeout. We have severed you there. Good luck recovering after picking this one, says Cetra. Severed, unfortunately, does not feature in the lyrics to the song in question, Spooky Scary Skeletons. Okay, that's another wipeout down. There are 3 left. There's only 1 good answer left. Let's go to... I don't know. Who's going to go to next? Is it going to be Chris's answer or Paul or Puzzle Dan's or Oren's? It's going to be Chris and Oren's guess of Scrabble. What? Game show? What, or board game, I suppose. I suppose there is a game show of it as well. But Scrabble the board game. I mean, we're just sort of playing a knockoff version of that as our warm-up this evening. Obviously, I don't call it Scrabble for legal reasons. Scrabble? Is that in the lyrics to Spooky Scary Skeletons? You already got them bloody done it. It is the final word. They'll smile and Scrabble slowly by is the partial lyric there for the word Scrabble. Well done on finding that. The other 3 are wipeouts as I try and adjust my hair because it's continuing to fall down all the time. I don't like it. Smite, Stake and Spring, they just don't feature. Smite, all your base are smitten by us, says Cetra. Stake, remember that it's all about skeletons here, not vampires. And Spring, you have encountered a spring trap. Back to start you go, says Cetra. Thank you very much for the board there, Cetra. At the end of board number 1, let's have a look at the scores. So we had a few ending up in the wipeout zone, but I think quite a few managing to get some points to the board. Oh, maybe not then. Mr. Vertigo was our first with 500, and then Curse Toucan on 1,500. Top row, we've got Kajar, Cetra, Topper, Natter, Shadowbane, and Paulister ahead of all at the moment on 18,000 doots. Nicely done there. Paulister currently the one in the first place. Will they hang on to that pole position, though, through boards 2 and 3? I have a feeling, Paulister, you might do quite well here on board number 2. So you might be setting quite a big standard, though I may also just be speaking completely out of turn on this one. But I suspect you might know a little bit about this one. A few others in the audience may also have a bit of broad knowledge here, but we'll see. Board number 2. Caution, Bandicoot Crossing. What do we think, folks? Caution, Bandicoot Crossing. Oh God, runs to get the wife. Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot. Whoa. Spyro, Crash, Crash Bandicoot, enemies, Crash Bandicoot. Whoa, Crash, Bandicoot. I think I see your vision there, says Paulister. Crash Bandicoot titles, Crash per se, Crash Bandicoot. It's gotta be in it. Brash Candy Boots. This one comes courtesy of Shadowbane, so Shadowbane can now relax for this one. But the question is this. Which of the following are level titles within the Crash Bandicoot video game franchise? We are going to show you 16 platforming video game levels. 11 of these are level titles which have been used for the Crash Bandicoot video game franchise. The wipeout answers are all names of levels from different games. Whether or not they are platformers doesn't matter, but they are from different games not associated to Crash Bandicoot. So I hope you know your Wumpa from your wipeouts and know how to spot a Bandicoot, folks. So again, as a reminder, we'll give you 16 names of levels from games. 11 of them are names of levels from Crash Bandicoot video game games, and 5 of them are from completely other game titles, not associated to Crash Bandicoot at all. If you're ready, good luck.
Answers are...
Here are your answers. And 45 seconds starts now. HUDs? Yeah, get HUDs in on this one. If you've got bank, you'll have to give at least one answer. Otherwise, I will wipe you out for being soft. Everybody else, feel free to do whatever you want to do. Ten seconds, get your bids in. 5 seconds. And that there is time. Now, let's have a look at the situation we've got. Drahuska is going for the full whack of 11 once again. Anonymous Avatar also joining the fray, going for the full whack of 11. Paul Lister at the top, gone for a bit of 6. Gone for about half the correct answer count. I probably would be comfortable with that number as well. Nat has gone with 5. Shadowman on the top row is safe because they authored this board, so they'll be jumping up to 24,000 by the end of board number 2. Topper on the top row has gone for 2. Cetra's gone for 2. K-Dar's gone for 1. Any other bold bids out there? We've got a bid of 7 from another anonymous avatar. Ralph's gone for 8. That's a very bold bid. Clyde's gone for 7. Also quite bold. So we'll see how it all goes, and we'll see how it all shakes out. No, a few of them are on Crash 4, says Nata. Well, they are across the gamut of Crash Bandicoot games, all the way from the first one all the way through to 4 and beyond. So, let's have a look. We're going to start off with Hog Wild. I mean, what a choice to start with, because, of course... it's from the first one, like literally the first one, where Crash jumps onto the back of a wild hog and starts riding it through a tribal village. You can only move to the left and right as the hog moves forward all on its own. You can jump, though, if you decide to want to do that. But yeah, Hog Wild from the first Crash Bandicoot game. Nice pick there. Next, Crate Balls of Fire is a correct answer. Yes, Crate Balls of Fire is level 24 of Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex, and is set aboard a spacecraft. It is a chase level where you run towards the screen as the spacecraft starts exploding and catching fire behind you, all while running in a mech that looks straight out of the Alien movie franchise. Yes, level 24, Ape. Yes, Crate Balls of Fire is correct. Crash Bandicoot is one of the rare games, rare game series that actively have levels that have you running directly towards the screen. It's such a weird thing to do, but it works in its favour. I really like it. But yeah, well done on identifying that from the Wrath of Cortex. Next, the High Road is correct, is an infamous stage from the first Crash Bandicoot and also in the remaster as well, which takes place on a broken bridge atop dizzying heights. It is bloody awful, especially in the remaster. It's even worse. It's a stage where broken planks break beneath your feet and certain other planks drop down from under you after you spend too much time on them. It's just the worst level. It's just the worst level. It is the High Road. Infamous bridge level is the only way you can describe it, and I hate it. So well done on identifying the High Road. Next, Cliffside Slide. No, I'm afraid not. Cliffside Slide is a level featured in, I think someone mentioned this franchise earlier on, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It is level 6-6 and takes place on the cliffs of DK Island during a massive avalanche. It's Cliffside Slide. So I'm afraid it is a DKC Tropical Freeze level, not a Crash Bandicoot level. That's the game you use to placeholder for GDQ designs. Oh no, it isn't, is it? Oh bless. That is a shame, Chris. Well, now you know. Now you remember. It is a long name. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is quite a long title, so it makes sense to use that as a test. But yeah, bless. DK, your money's gone. Let's continue on. We're going to go to Wuthering Heights. Paul Lister on the top row's gone for this, along with Ralph and M3, gone with Wuthering Heights. Good to do so. Wuthering Heights is correct. Yes, is level 20 of Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex and takes place in a besieged airship fortress with plenty of holes ready to send you falling all the way down to Earth. That is Wuthering Heights. Well done on identifying that. You're still looking for 3 more, though, Paul Lister. Nat is also looking for 3. Ralph is looking for 4 more to go before they bank out. And Clive hasn't made much progress yet. Still looking for 6 with their guess. There are 7 correct answers left on the board. Let's continue on. Next up, we're going to Spaced Out. That's correct. Spaced Out is the final main level of Crash Bandicoot 2 and is set in a futuristic facility. That is Spaced Out. Paulster and Nat are on the top row looking for 2 more now. Ralph is down to 3 to go. Clive is down to 5 to go. There we go, making some progress at the board now. Next, High Time. Another good answer for High Time. That is level 13 of Crash 3 Warped, which takes place in an Arabian night city, complete with flying carpets, scorpions, and very angry merchants, among other things. That is High Time. No movement on the top row for Paulister and Natter, though Ralph is now joining the fray on 10,500, 2 left to go. Next up is the Gauntlet. And you are right to go with the Gauntlet. Yes, level 11 of Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex, and is set in a medieval obstacle course. One with trapdoors, swinging blades, and plenty of other machines that are designed to stop you. Though in some other games, like I think in Crash 3, and actually in previous games as well, I guess it's sort of a Gauntlet-esque thing in which once you've collected all of the coloured gems, then you basically do one really long death run on one of the levels with them all interconnected, and that then gets you one of the final gems to get like silly 100+% completion rates, things like that. But the Gauntlet is a specific level in Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex, though a lot of people use that term for those really long death runs once you've collected all the coloured gems. Okay, so far the situation is there are 4 correct answers and 4 wipeouts left on the board. No one's in overbid territory. Anyone that's already claimed a wipeout has already gone. Let's keep going. Next, Topper and Ralph on the top row have gone for Tomb Wader. I mean, it's a great title. It is an absolute great title. And it's a god-awful level. I hated playing Tomb Wader. Level 20 of Crash 3 Warped, and as the name implies, is set in an Egyptian tomb which continually floods and drains, prompting you to use the platforms in the water as it rises and falls. It's one of the worst ones. I think there's also the absolute worst one is when they then turn out the lights and do that. And no. No thanks. Yeah, indeed, Riff. But yeah, Tomb Raider did not like that one at all. Now, it's a good level, but trying to like properly complete it and relic run it is just no. No thanks. You're good. Situation 3 to go now that are correct. 4 wipeouts to avoid. Next up, we're going to Bears Repeating. Well, it bears repeating that Bears Repeating is a correct answer. Yes, Bears Repeating is the penultimate stage of the 11th dimension in Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. The climax of the stage sees you sliding down an icy ridge aboard Polar, the polar bear, in an attempt to chase Cortex to his airship. So yes, Bears Repeating is from Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. So, now we're getting into scary territory. The top 3 players on the board have 1 answer left to go, and there are only 2 left up here that are good. Clive's unfortunately in overbid territory, so is M3. So we'll be saying goodbye to their score momentarily. Spooky, scary territory. Ha 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 ha. Get have a buzz there, Topper. There are 2 good answers, 4 wipeouts to avoid. No one on the top row. We're going to Swarmed and Dangerous instead. Paulister is afraid. Well, no one on the top row decided on this answer. Swarmed and Dangerous? Is that one of the remaining 2 correct answers? In which case, it's going to be a nail-biting finish. Swarmed and Dangerous! No. There is a wipeout. It's a level in Rayman Legends, specifically in the game's final main world, Olympus Maximus. Yes, that is from the Rayman Legends game instead, not Crash Bandicoot. Okay, so that's a wipeout avoided for the top row. Orange still looking for 1, Ape is still looking for 1, Silver Electron looking for 1. Chrono, you are looking for 2, and there are exactly 2 left to go. Mark still looking for 1 as well. Where are we going next? We're missing the top row again. Behaving for Oren, Ape, Clive, and Mark, as well as a couple of players in the wipeout zone. Is this behaving as a correct answer? Come on, Aminals. Or is this a wipeout? Behaving is correct! Yes, it is a level from Crash Bandicoot 2, one that deals with swarms of bees chasing you from behind that you have to dig into the ground to avoid. So, Ape, you are safe with your bank right now. Obviously, Clive, you're going to be hitting a wipeout, but you're doing quite well. Silver Electron's looking for 1. Chrono, unfortunately, is... Joe, my bad. Joe is overbidding by 1. But it's very interesting on the top row. 3 players still looking for 1 answer to go. Have they all gone the same way? Oh. Let's see, shall we? Have they gone all the same way? No, they haven't. Natter and Ralph, along with Silver Electron and 4 players in the wipeout zone, have gone for booty calls. Paulister hasn't. So if this is the final correct answer, then Paulister is losing 25,500 doots. If this is a wipeout, Natter's losing 19,000, Ralph's losing 14,000, Silver Electron's losing 5,000, and Paulister still has a chance to keep a hold of 25,500 plus add a bit more. Booty calls is the final correct answer. Paulister, you're gone. Booty calls is the first stage of Salty Wharf in Crash 4. It's about time. This stage is set in 1717.
Tier 100 Uka is free. No, it cannot be.
It cannot be. Thank you for the 100 bits. Yes, during the time of pirates and other seafaring marauders. That there is booty calls. The others are wipeouts. The final stretch, Magma Opus and Threatening Zeppelin are all wipeouts. The final stretch, that is the name of the final level in Bubsy 3D. Magma Opus is one of the levels in Pac-Man World 2, the penultimate level of the Volcano World. And Threatening Zeppelin is the name of a boss stage in Cuphead, specifically for the fight against Hilda Berg. Oh boy! Yes, indeed, G. Eisen Zeppelin is in Cuphead. So, at the end of board number 2, thank you very much for that board there, Shadowmane. At the end of board number 2, let's have a look at the scores. Man.
Tier 100 man.
Oh, Paulister joining the wipeout zone along with many others. Willie back as our first with a non-zero score on 500. Along the top row, we've got Oni, Cetra, Topper, Ralph, Natter, and head of all is Shadowmane now on 24,000 dupes. But it's still all to play for as we go on to board number 3. And, well, I know a certain someone is going to be happy that board number 3 is happening because they can just sit back and relax. Board number 3. Spandau Ballet just would not be proud. Folks, any guesses at all where we're going here? Any guesses at all? Go! Gold, says K-Jarv. Stats battle. This one is also about Crash Bandicoot. It's about Take That. Gold! And I have a guess this much is true. Swan Lake, lol. Might be good. This is my last round. I'll be done for. No true, no gold. Always believe in your soul. One-hit wonders of the 80s. Ballet moves. Just Dance. Well, let's see. It's kind of a callback to the previous game of Wipeout we played, where we had some Olympics knowledge. Let's put it that way. And, well, we're going to be asking some more Olympics knowledge with this board, but slightly different. Which 11 of these countries have never, and I repeat, never won a Summer Olympic gold medal? On the board, you're about to see 16 countries. Well, technically speaking, the names of 16 Olympic nations. 11 of these have never won a single gold medal in any Summer Olympics up to and including the most recent games in Paris of this year. The other 5 have managed to achieve gold, and if you try to nick it, then, well, we'll nick yours. So, adding those clarifications, 11 of the following countries you're about to see have never won a Summer Olympic gold medal. They may have won a Winter Olympic gold medal. They may have won other coloured medals, silver or bronze. But 11 of these have never won a Summer Olympic gold medal. Those are the ones that you're picking. The ones that did not achieve gold status. The other 5, though, have achieved at least one Summer Olympic gold medal. And by country we mean Olympic nation, because the names of the nations in the Olympics is slightly different to UN nations and things like that, and so on and so on and so forth. So if you're all ready, good luck. Here come your answers.
Answers are...
And the time starts now. The wrong answers are all countries from other video games. Which 11 of these countries have never won a Summer Olympic gold medal? Ten seconds, get your answers in. And that there is time. How are we doing bid-wise? Who's going for the full whack of 11? The other anonymous avatar going with a full whack of 11 as well. On the top row, Shadowbane's just gone for 2. Nat has just gone for 1. Topper's gone for 5. Cetra's gone for 7. Some very bold bids on the top row there. K-Jarves has gone for 7. Any other 7s? Mark has 3. Also has Mr. Gamerman. Also has Prey. Prey's going for a full whack of 11 as well. What's got into you? What's going on into you there, Prey? Go for the full whack of 11. Well, wish you the best of luck there. We've got an 8. We've got some another 8, in fact. We've got a couple of 6s, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 bids as well. You got 0 as well. Fair enough. Well, we'll see how it all shakes out for you, Prey. If you can, there's going to be some big bank for you. Let's start out with the Cook Islands. And you could start with the Cook Islands. Yes, the only New Zealand associated territory in the Olympics as an independent entity. Niue and Tokelau, pull your finger out. The Cook Islands are yet to win a medal in their 8 attempts at the Olympics in the Summer Olympics. I will add to that. So yes, Cook Islands is correct. Next, San Marino. Also correct for San Marino. Surprisingly, they have won medals before. A silver and 2 bronzes at Tokyo 2020. So, yeah, they have won medals, but not gold yet. They haven't achieved gold status so far, but we'll see. Topper is regretting one of your answers. Oh, and now I weep. Well, we'll see what happens. You've got 4 left to go, Topper. Let's keep going. You never know. You never know. Next we go to Equatorial Guinea, says Cetra, says Colo. Equatorial Guinea? Yes, Equatorial Guinea, correct. Yeah, no medals, but Equatorial Guinea's most notable athlete is Eric the Eel Musambani, who in 2000 won his heat in the 100-meter freestyle swimming, despite being nearly a minute slower than the world record time due to both of his opponents' false starting. Love that. Love those technicalities. Yes, Equatorial Guinea, no medals as of yet, but in future, you never know. Colo has currently banked out 9,500. Ralph has banked out 19,500. Those are some very good scores. Ape has banked out 5,000. That's about it that I can see so far. All right. Next, let's go to Montenegro. Montenegro, in the top left corner there, Nata and Topper have gone for it. Is it good? It's good. Due to only being represented in the Olympics since 2008, Montenegro hasn't had much of the opportunity to get medals, but their handball team did win a silver in 2012. So yeah, previous to that, they were like, I think Serbia and Montenegro or something like that. They were a combined Olympic nation, but then they became their own separate Olympic nation since 2008. And that's why there's a slight distinction there. Yes, as Montenegro, they haven't received a medal as of yet. Not gold medal. They have received silver. Next, Tonga. Tonga is correct. Let me have a look for Tonga information. Where are you? Where is Tonga? There you are. Tonga have only won one medal, a silver in 1996, but they're perhaps better known for their flag bearer in 2016, showing up topless and absolutely covered in oil. So yes, there's the other criteria for being in the Olympics is having a flag bearer and absolutely bearing all. So Shadowmaid banking up 25,500, Nata 22,000, Ralph 19,500. Cetra's still looking for 3, Topper's looking for 2, Kajar's looking for 5 more on the top row. Next up, we're going to the British Virgin Islands. Cetra's gone for it on the top row. Matt Silver Electron Puzzle Dan have gone for it. British Virgin Islands is a correct answer. Yes, they've come close, though. The wonderfully named Kieran McMaster placed 4th and 5th in the men's 400 metres hurdles and in 2021 and 2024, respectively. So, yeah, very, very good positions, but yet to achieve gold status there for the British Virgin Islands. Situation is, there are 5 correct answers left on the board. K-Jarves, you need the full sweep from here on out to secure some bank. Prey, Drahuska, and the other anonymous avatar that went for the full whack of 11, you are all overbid by at least 1, so you will be hitting at least 1 wipeout. Let's continue on with the reveals, and we're going to Iceland. Iceland is correct. Iceland haven't won a medal since 2008. A silver in the men's handball. Surprisingly, despite where it is, Iceland have never won a single medal at a Winter Olympics as well. Yeah, they're a really weird outlier. You would think they would do so well, but apparently not. No, have not won gold at summer and haven't won a single medal at the Winter Olympics. So, they're really slacking right now. But hey-ho. Let's continue on. We've got 4 answers left to go that are good. 5 wipeouts, of course, to avoid. Next, we're going to Q8. K-Jarves has gone for it on the top row. Toot's gone for it below. Mr. Gameman below them. Q8. Another good answer. We're doing well here for a full sweep. In their 12 Olympic Games, Q8 has won 3 bronze medals. They are all in the shooting, but has not achieved gold status. So, Topper shaking a little more here because there's only 3 correct answers left on the board. Cetra also somewhat the same. Only 1 answer to go. There are 3 good answers left on the board. Next up, we're going to Luxembourg. Both of our players on the top row there have gone for Luxembourg. Is this good to keep you in the game? And for Cetra, critically, to bank out. No! No, I'm afraid not. Luxembourg have not done it in a while. Their single entrant in 1900 won the marathon. Josie Barthel won the men's 1500 metres in 1952, and then they've not won a single medal since 1952, but they have achieved gold status twice in the past. Luxembourg have achieved gold. They are a wipeout answer because of that. Unlucky there to Topper and to Cetra, Paulister, Mark and Prey and Chris and Mount Volcanic. Unfortunately, all wiping out on that answer. A massive nuke being dropped there on Luxembourg, apparently. Okay, four wipeouts to go. 3 good answers still to try and hit. Bermuda is where we're going to next. Well, we already know this player on the top row is going to get another wipeout somewhere. But we're looking at Silver Electron, looking at Vixen here. They could be banking out on Bermuda. Is this a good answer for them? No, it's not! It's another wipeout. Bermuda are the smallest country by population to have won an Olympic gold, with Flora Duffy winning the women's triathlon in 2021, Tokyo 2020. So yeah, Bermuda, unfortunately, is fortunately for them, but unfortunately for you, it is a wipeout answer, and we say goodbye to your bank. Hard luck on picking Bermuda. So it's now 3 apiece. 3 good, 3 wrong left on the board to go. Next, we're going to Cyprus. K-Jarves, 3 to go. And there are 3 good answers left on the board. Clive is looking at 3 to go. Cyprus, is this good for you? You are good with Cyprus. Yes, the Cypriots have only won 2 medals, both silvers by sailor Pavlos Kontides in 2012 and 2024. Here we go. If public voting was involved, of course, every year they'll get 12 gold medals from their good friends in Greece. Jesus Christ. Oh, I knew that was coming. So anyway. Cyprus is a good answer. K-Jabs, you're looking for 2 more. Mr. Gamer, and you're looking for 1 more. Still looking for 2. There are only 2 correct answers after the board. Clive's also looking for 2. Next, we're going to Kyrgyzstan. Quite a few players going with Kyrgyzstan here that still need to go. And you're right to go with Kyrgyzstan. Yes, they have won 13 medals, not a single gold. In typical Central Asian fashion, all but 2 of their medals are in wrestling, with the other 2 being in judo and boxing. K-Jarves and Toot on the top row looking for 1 more to bank out. Mr. Gamer and Puzzledan looking for 1 more. Clive and Joe looking for 1 more. Poison Dart Excalibur. We've got Danny. We've got Mr. Vertigo also looking for 1 more to go. There's exactly 1 answer left on the board. That is good. The other 3 are wipeouts. And K-Jarves is going, come on, Haiti! So apparently that's what you have selected. What's the next one to reveal? It's Haiti. A good number of our remaining players have agreed with your response here. Toot, Puzzledan, Poison Dart Excalibur have all agreed with you here, K-Jarves. Is this the final correct answer on the board? Or is this a wipeout?
100 manifest Haiti.
You can't manifest answers. It's already predetermined. You can't manifest it. Haiti is the final correct answer on the board. Haiti have won a bronze and a silver medal, all in the 1920s. Their neighbour, the Dominican Republic, is a bit more successful with 4 gold medals, including Marilady Paulino's women's 400-metre win this year. But the other 3 there, those are wipeouts. They have achieved gold status. St. Lucia won its first ever medals in Paris, and they were biggies. Julian Alfred won a gold in the women's 100 metres and followed it up with a silver win in the 200 metres. Fiji, they have 4 medals, 2 gold, all of which were in the rugby sevens. And the Philippines, in their 100 years of entering, they've won 3 gold medals, both in the 2020s. Carlos Yolo won won 2 medals in gymnastics this year, and Hidalin Diaz in 2021 took home the gold in the women's 55-kilogram weightlifting. So, at the end of board number 3, thank you to Oni for the Olympics gold board. At the end of board number 3, let's have a look at the final scores. Quite a few, I think, ending up in the wipeout zone in the end there. Hard luck there, but we've got some points available for you in relativity momentarily. Woody back is our first with a non-zero score. Congratulations to you. Top row is Toot, Oni, Ralph, Nata, K-Jobs, and our winner, Shadowbane. 25,500 doots. Very strong performance there, Shadowbane. Obviously aided in board number 2 with authoring that board, but that only got you 10 of the 25,500, so you definitely clawed back the other 15.5 through your own knowledge. So congratulations on that front, and well done to all of our winners getting some doots paid out tonight.
Cheer 100 this round in a nutshell. Oh no. It's the tactical nuke bankrupt.
The tactical nuke bankrupt. Speaking of which, Sunny Cat, I will be doing an edition of Wipeout for Extra Life over on the Dumpster Lounge during the special stream. I can't remember exactly when it will be during that time, but I am on the list to do that alongside Topper doing Cloud9, Ben's doing The Mole, Ape is doing Only Connect After Dark. That's a thing. JB has to play some Wheel After Dark. There's also 48 races of Baby Park as well, as always. And Super Press Your Luck also will be featuring at some point. So lots of fun to be had over on the Dumpster Lounge with... let's have a look at that. Shout out JB Henry X... Not that one. Not that one. What the hell? JB Henry XIV. There we go. It's going through all the emotes rather than his name. Don't know why it's doing that. But yes, go and follow JB if you haven't already done so. The Extra Life stream is happening... or happening multiple streams, I suppose, from November the 7th through to November the 10th, with the Game and Quiz Show stream specifically on the 9th of November. I believe that is the Saturday of the lot. And I think I'm streaming on that day for Wipeout, along with the others. But the exact times for that, yet to be published. But do tune in to the stream proper and raise some money. Send some money to charity, raise some money for Extra Life, and see if we can get some more milestones hit. The next one up is Crowd Control Sonic Mania The Rwengi. The Revenger Crowd Control Sonic at $12.50. Community Night Edition of Wheel After Dark at $1,500. JB will shave his beard, hair, and eyebrows off if we get to $5,000, which is it's a bold strategy, Cotton, but if you can get that far, then that is what he will do. That is what he has said, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, that's in the future time. In a couple of minutes' time, we'll have a quick break right now, but in a couple of minutes' time, we'll head over to our second main game, which is, of course, Relativity. Thank you again to Cetra, Shadowmane, and Oni for tonight's edition of Wipeout. And yeah, stay tuned, and we'll head over to Relativity, written by Brian, in just a few minutes' time. Music.
Livy cheer 100.
Thank you for the 100 bits there, Puzzle. Let's go over to the lobby. If you'd like to play tonight's game of Relativity, you can play on Hackbox or Twitch. KGJT is the room code to enter in there. And welcome to all of you playing for tonight's game of Relativity, written by Brian and proofed by Pokenuts. Thank you very much for both of your efforts for tonight's pack here tonight. Tonight's pack tonight. Oh yeah. So things I need to talk about. Q&L 2 is that's very close now. That's dangerously close now. It's 31 plus 7, 38 days away. 38 days away. 37 from setup day. Yeah, that's not many days left, is it? Shoot. I still have so much to do. I really do still have so much to do. I have been sorting out the dry hire for all the equipment that we'll need. They've been complaining at me saying, do you have insurance? Yeah. Right, I need to get the insurance sorted out now before I can do that. So I've had to ask them how much the equipment would cost if I was to buy it brand new, so that I know what value of insurance I need to get. And oh god, it's a whole thing. But they have at least agreed to the quote, so they should be able to fulfill the order once we get to that point. Hello, this is the thing that's about to happen. Pray! Massive 5 gifted subs there. Thank you for that, Prey. Going to Assets, to Nuclei, to Viva, Vice, and Hazelnut. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Prey. That is immensely generous of you to do that. You definitely didn't need to, but thank you for that. It is greatly appreciated to myself and also to the 5 people that have just been gifted, subbed, bombed on as well. Thank you for that. But yes, Q&L 2 is 36, 37 days away, and yeah, the panic is setting in. It's definitely setting in at this point, because I still have things to do on the actual games I'm going to be hosting, and I also need to do stuff on the things that I'm not hosting but are using my software, and they need to do all the things of all of the OBS layout that will need doing, and yeah, make sure the dry hire is all sorted, and just all the things. Just all of the things I need to do, and there's not much time left to do it in. But thank you, Pusa, for the 150 bits. Appreciate that. Forgot to do a message. Happens sometimes, but the 150 bits are greatly appreciated nonetheless. And if you want to come and say hi to us, you can buy some tickets to attend Q&L 2 live. They are still available. We will be cutting it off soon. I will be saying that. We'll be cutting it off soon. But they are still live right now. Do go to the link there at Scorecount as provided and buy some tickets. £20 for a single day, £30 if you're there for the full weekend. Come and say hi. Still plenty of tickets available. And yeah, we're good. The streaming side of things we're hoping to do, but there's no guarantee of it. The only way of guaranteeing that you'll see what happens at Q&L 2 is actually being there in person. And in terms of the actual gameplay side of things, there's only like 1 or 2 that will have actual gameplay for stream players. Everything else will be in-person gameplay only, with mild commentary from a sedentary position from the audience from Twitch chat. But there are still, I think, a couple of games in there that will have some audience gameplay alongside everything else. But it's very much a focus on being there in person, playing in IRL, as it were. That's the real focus for it. So yeah, that's happening in like 36, 37 days time. Is Q&L 2. What else is happening this week in quiz for us here? Well, tomorrow evening Ben is doing another edition of Game Night. And on the 24th of October, it is based off of the background graphic, it's a recycle. So we're going to be using some old packs of Battlefront and Cryptex. That's what's happening over on Ben's side of things tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. So let me do a quick shout out to you. Shout out to Royal and Score Flush. Tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Battlefront and Cryptex, those are your games that we'll be playing tomorrow evening. They are existing packs being replayed because we can. Being replayed because we can. And then on Friday for you, here, we've got the Untitled Grid game as our warm-up game. Yes, we've got Redacted. A lovely redacted pack written by Score and Dogfish combined. It is a lovely redacted pack. And then following that, we've got only one edition of throughout this entire season so far of Outright. We've got Outright making its appearance on Friday. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have enough time to finish off the Outright client for that edition, so we will be using the old edition of Outright still. I know. I really want to get around to actually fixing that proper. But we will play it out.
So I subs, but I wasn't subbed myself, so let me fix that.
You're so generous, Prey. You didn't even think about yourself. That's so selfless of you. Thank you for the 17-month resub, though. Appreciate that. And you've now rectified that mistake. Appreciate it. But yes, Redacted. It is a lovely, lovely pack of Redacted from Score Count and Dogfish. You will definitely enjoy that. And then after that, we've got a pack from Outright. And technically, Outright written by Matt and Vixen. They sort of tied their writing together in that pack. And that'll happen on the Friday evening, October the 25th. And then you've got Ben's stream on the Saturday. I'll talk more about that on my Friday stream. And then after the Saturday stream is when daylight savings shenanigans occurs. Here in the UK and I believe also across Europe, we will go back an hour at the end of this week. So the Saturday night into Sunday morning, we will do our hour leap, which means those in the States, it's going to be a bit weird for the next week because we'll be suddenly 1 hour behind but ahead, and yeah, times become more wibbly wobbly than usual for 1 week, and then after that you then do your daylight savings shenanigans, and then everything is corrected once again. So for the next week, you'll see stream start at a different time than usual from your side of things, but no, it's still appearing at the same time. It's just how it goes. It's just daylight savings doing daylight savings things. That's, I think, everything I need to talk about right now. I need to get this game away. So, I think we're already in the lobby here. Let's play tonight's edition of Relativity. Exactly, move to the UK, not a problem. It's just a jump to the left and then a step to the right. And let's go to round one, we know as General Relativity. Rolling down slightly. In round one, we'll give you a statement about a number. It's your job to determine whether that statement is true or not. Simply select lower, equal or higher on your Hackbox devices, or say lower, equal or higher in Twitch chat if you believe the number in the statements that we've highlighted is lower, equal or higher than what we initially suggest. If you are correct in your assessment, you get 500 points added to your total. It is as simple as that. As I say, if you're playing on Hackbox, you just need to click a big button, one of the lower, equal or higher. If you're playing in Twitch chat, you can say lower, equal, higher, or just the shorthand first letter, L, E, or H, or G for greater. Use the less than symbol, equal symbol, greater than symbol. Any of those options will work. Ben!
Clickety click. Or some other such bullshit.
Yeah, or some other such bullshit. Thank you for the Clickety Click 66-month resub there. Appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, my TTS doesn't filter the words out like that, ABME, so that's clearly on me to fix that. But I do have the master volume that I could just bring down if that happens, so it's not a problem. But thank you for the 66-month resub there, Ben. Hope you're doing well, and yeah, I think we should get this going away. Thank you for that. Good to see you. Right, Round number one, round number one, general relativity. Here is your first statement. To the nearest metre, the Petronas Towers in Malaysia have a height of 420 metres. That number 420, lower, equal, or higher? It begins. This isn't even a dumpster lounge written pack. We're already starting with the meme numbers. 420 metres, you say? Let's see what everybody else thinks. 6 believe, yeah, that's true. Everybody else, though, doesn't. 6 believe it is shorter than 420 metres, though 23 believe it is taller than 420 metres. 421. Do it. Would he, though? Would he, though? No. 452 metres. It was taller by 32 metres. In the late 1990s, it took over the Sears Willis Tower as the tallest building in the world at the time by a mere 10 metres, but then would later be eclipsed by Taipei 101. That there was the correct answer, was to go higher. 65% of our players did go the right way, getting 500 points for going the right way. Well done on that. It is as simple as that, folks. Just keep doing that and you get points. Simples. Statement number 2, let's have a look. The highest score in an association football match took place in 2002 with a score of 149-0. Lower, equal, or higher? God, that was a lot of goals. 149-0. That's a lot of goals to score in a 90-minute match. Love me some scoring in the athletic variety, says Avac. Let's have a look to see where everybody's gone. Okay. 18 players, exactly half of you, do believe that is the right scoreline of 149-0. 16 believe there are fewer than 149 goals. 2, though, believe there are more than 149 goals. So this was the match of AS Adema versus SO Lemirne playing in Madagascar on the 31st of October 2002 to the final score of 149-0. Only, you're preempting me a bit here. I'm going to read off what Poker's got here. So there's a bit of a story behind this event, beyond what you may initially think of in this kind of situation. This was part of a 4-team round-robin playoff to determine the national champions of Madagascar. In the penultimate match, SOE, the defending champions, required a win and nothing else to remain in contention. A very late and disputable penalty by the referee with subsequent goal conversion caused SOE's 2-1 lead to become a 2-2 draw. This meant that the championship had become determined and would be won by their arch rivals AS Adema, who they would be playing in their final match. So SOE's protest response? 149 own goals. Yep, there you go. The one where they repeatedly kicked the ball into their own net in protest is exactly that match. 149 own goals. It was the right total. Well done to 18 of you identifying that, getting 500 points for that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, that. Well, I suppose once you know that the tournament is decided, it's like, well, why bother playing the game? Let's just have a bit of fun and then and then when they have a disputed penalty being disallowed like that, that was it was bound to happen that there are going to be some own goals being scored. They wouldn't need VAR for that game, says Matt. Well, you never know. Statement number 3, have a look at this. To the nearest kilogram, the largest beef Wellington ever made was 20 kilograms. Lower, equal, higher? To the nearest kilogram, the largest beef Wellington ever made was 20 kilograms. I don't know if you'd love a 20 kilo beef Wellington there, Toshi. I know he likes beef Wellington. I know that everybody keeps TikToking him whenever they do beef Wellingtons and things like that, and use the flipsy whipsy method and stuff. But 20 kilos is massive. It can't be that good, can it? Yeah. If they're going to be using like high-end ingredients, that's going to cost an absolute arm and a leg. I mean, quite literally, possibly. Let's see where everybody's gone here. Only 3 believe that is the right mass of the beef Wellington. Everybody else believes there is some difference. 7 believing less than 20 kilos. 26 believing greater than 20 kilos. So this was Nick DiGiovanni and, there you go, Gordon Ramsay, literally listed here. They set the record in 2023 with 25.76 kilos, rounded up to the nearest kilo, is 26 kilograms of beef Wellington. And for the US conversion out there, a touch under 56.8 pounds in weight. Well done to 26 players going the right way, saying higher. This is despite their sous vide not fully working overnight due to a blown electrical fuse, as well as having to wear hazmat suits and gas masks to apply the meat glue that would keep all the meat together. That sounds so unappetizing. On the flip side, they did get to use not a flamethrower, among other things, so who said cooking couldn't be fun? Also, Gordon's contribution to the whole thing was to provide the personal recipe and the homemade sauce that was used in his own taste test, so I don't think that should count in the slightest. As we all know, Guinness is an infallible and faultless organisation. Yes, only I will be in your office momentarily. So well done, 26 of you go the right way. 500 points heading your way. Guinness! Bloody Guinness World Records. Don't you love it so? They paid the $10,000 to make that happen. Furman. Streeter Furman, we're calling you again. Statement number 4. Let's have a look at this. In the Bible, the book of Exodus has a total of 45 chapters. Lower or equal or higher? It's a Bible question. In the Bible, the book of Exodus has a total of 45 chapters. Lower, equal, or higher? Will you back getting an answer in time in the grace period? Okay. Yes, the Bible. Let's have a look to see where everyone has gone. Okay, 23 believe there are fewer than 45 chapters. 9 believe that is the right count. Just 4 players, Proogs, Riff, Colo, and Avac, believe there are more than 45 chapters in the Book of Exodus. Would the Beef Wellington pair very well with the Bible? I don't know, Toshi. Probably not, actually. I think there's probably something in the Bible that says you're not allowed to. It is the second book in the Old Testament and tells the tales of Moses and the plagues, the 10 Commandments, and of course the exile from Egypt to Israel. And it has a total of 40 chapters. It is shorter by 5 chapters. So well done to 23 of you, 63% going the right way, saying lower. There are 40 chapters, not 45. So 500 points heading your way. Okay, doing all right in this game tonight. We've got 2 more statements before we hit the first leaderboard update. Let's go to statement number 5. On the December 9th, 2023 Billboard Hot 100 chart, Brenda Lee's Christmas hit, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, finally became number 1. She was 69 years old at the time. Lower, equal, or higher? Now starting to feel like an 8-written pack for Don't Cross the Relativity Streams. Nice. Thank you, Lee. Let's see where everyone's gone here. Interesting. Okay, 18 believe that is the right age, 69 years old, exactly half of you. 15 believe she was older than 69, and 3 believe she was younger than 69 years old at the time when Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree became number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. All the way in 2023, though. That's kind of crazy. Prey, Topper, and Paulister believing she was younger. You have more 69 trivia, then you'll write another pack for 2025. Oh, God. Are we going to do another April Fool's special? No, because it'd be too predictable being an April Fool's special. We'll just do it at some other time. Like, maybe... Do we have a stream land on, like, the 9th of June or something? Will that work? Oh, that's a Monday. How about the 6th of September? That's a Saturday. Dang it. Neither of them work. April Fools. Ah, there you go. We'll sort that out. Yeah, we'll do it that way, indeed. We'll do an April. We'll just do it at some point during April. Oh, no! Anyway. Let's see. How old was Brenda Lee when Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree became #1 on the Billboard Hot 100? She was older at 78 years of age. Yes, the song was originally recorded and released back in 1958, with Brenda's birth date being December the 11th, 1944. It means that she was 78 when the song hit #1, making her the oldest artist to top the Hot 100 at that time. However, because the song was still #1 the following week of her birthday, and then again on the week of January the 6th, 2024, that record now specifically stands at 79 years and 26 days. Not bad for someone who recorded it when they were only 13 years and 10 months old. That is very impressive indeed. Well done to 15 of you going the right way, getting 500 points for saying higher. Okay. One final statement left in this round. This one's a doozy, I would say. Good luck. Statement number 6 is this. Tennessine, a synthetic element named after the US state of Tennessee, has an atomic weight of 300. Lower, equal, or higher? Rounded to the nearest integer, yes. Though, from what I understand, although the mass number is technically unconfirmed due to the low number of measurements, we do know where the answer should lie. So we are going with a decent answer here. Let's see where everyone's gone. Majority have gone lower here. 23 players, 63% of you have gone with lower than 300. 8 believe that is the right atomic weight, and 5 believe greater than an atomic weight of 300. So yes, Tennessee was first discovered on the 5th of April 2010. Fits in as element 117 on the periodic table, and its atomic weight / atomic mass is just slightly lower by 6, 294. Yeah, it is almost certainly below 300, although the name was put forward in relation to the region of Tennessee as opposed to the state itself specifically. So yes, atomic weight of 294 for Tennessee, the synthetic element named after the US state of Tennessee, was lower than 300 at an atomic mass of 294. Well done to 23 of you going the right way, getting 500 points for that. And at the end of round number 1, let's have a look at the scores. We have just one player yet to get off the mark. Tadaro, we will get you some points in the next 2 rounds, I'm sure. Now, this is a rarity. We have Poison Dart Excalibur, who got 6 of 6 right in the opening round, is the only player currently in first place on 3,000. Well done, Poison Dart Excalibur. There we've got a few in second place. Clive, TVP8, Polska, BC, Shapes, Chris, Paulister. Oh, sorry. No, let me try that again. Second place is Clive, TVP8, Polska, BC, Shapes, and Chris. Those are the second places. Then we've got a lot of 7th place, folks, on 2,000, from Paulister all the way down to and including Drahuska. There we've got 23rd place from ABB all the way down to and including SM Midi. 31st place for Danny Gammett down to Shadowmane, and then Tadaro yet to get off the mark.
Cheer 100.
Ooh, look at that rank. I got lucky this round. Whoa. Give it 100 bits there, Team Pip Oscar. Yes, you can often get lucky in round 1, but we'll see how it all shakes out in round number 2, because it is Let me start that sentence again. Still all to play for in round number 2. As we go over to round number 2, which is, of course, raised relativity. Jesus Christ. I don't know what I said, Mr. Vertigo. Why do I even bother hosting on Twitch anymore? I can't get words out proper. Anyway, round number 2, I'll give you a question. You need to give me a numerical response, a whole number of sorts. Positive or negative, depends on what the range asks for. The range or the region asks for. I was mixing both words together at the same time there. Give me a guess on Hackbox. You will need to hit the submit button for it to be accepted. And then whoever is closest gets the most points. Whoever is furthest away gets nothing. If you get the answer on the nose, you get the maximum of 1,000 points available on each question. So, if you're all ready, good luck. Get those sliders ready on Hackbox as well, or you can dial in a specific answer as well. It's entirely up to you how to play this game. Question number 1 is this. Emmitt Smith is the all-time leader in rushing yards, as well as a number of other notable stats in American football. How many rushing yards did he run for during his 15 years of active play? Just the main seasons only. Answer between 1 and 50,000 yards. What are these yards you speak of? You know, there's like chains you can use instead. Furlongs, that's also a good one. Maybe meters if you're being a bit specific. More US sports questions, please, says Chris. Please don't make us answer in furlongs. Oh, we should do that at some point. Just ask for it in some really obscure imperial measure. But we're going to go with yards for now. Make it a little easier on you. We'll go with yards, which are basically meters. Basically. They're not exactly a meter, but they're close enough for a guesstimate kind of thing. And we could do that kind of thing as well, Ape, though I think Poker has provided me a fairly useful... Yeah, fair. He's given me a little Alex Horn conversion measure later on in the pack, so that's going to be fun to read. Let's see where you've all gone with on this question. I know Clive gave a really early answer. Clive with 25,491 just went slide somewhere in the middle and said, yeah, that's close enough, that'll do. Lowest guess we've got is Poison Dart Excalibur with 12,001 yards, with Tadari next lowest on 15,000. Chris has gone with 18,000. Drew's got 20,000. He's got a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from Mark. 4 players with 25,000 even. Inca with 25,100. Prey, of course, doing the 2569 with the 0 on the end. Biggest guess we've got is Ralph on 48,000 yards. Well, Emmitt Smith played for the Dallas Cowboys from 1990 all the way to 2002, and then the Arizona Cardinals from 2003 to 2004. He is also noted for rushing a total of 1,586 yards during the post-season playoffs, leading in that statistic as well. But across all his 15 years of active play during the main seasons, the correct answer is... 18,355. Ape was the closest, off by 353 yards. And then Chris off by 355 yards. Both of them getting the same amount of points, 988 points apiece. Then it was Silver Electron and Danny Gambit next closest, getting 957 points apiece. And then it was Colo getting 956 points there for their guess. And... yeah, Guy didn't skip leg day. Got it. Also, for the non-Americans, 18,355 yards is just a smidge under 40% of a standard marathon for those playing along at home. Or 834.32 chains long. Thank you very much, Woolly Pack, for the conversion there. But well done, Ape and Chris, getting the best guess out of all. Ralph, unfortunately, a guess of 40+ thousand yards was a bit too far, scoring nothing for that guess. Oh, you had to step away, missed question. Well, don't worry, Manic. You've still got loads of questions left in the game. You can easily claw it back. Would have overshot, though, probably. Fair enough. Well, let's see. We've got another question coming up here. Question number 2 is, well, there's a lot to read on this one. In horse racing, a Rainbow Six pick bet requires bettors to predict the winners of 6 consecutive races, with its carryover jackpot only awarded in full if there is exactly one winning ticket on that combination. To the nearest US dollar, how much was the highest Rainbow Six pick jackpot payout? Answer between 100,000 US dollars and 10 million US dollars. Okay. That is a lot to take in. A Rainbow Six pick predicts the winners of 6 consecutive races. There's as many guesses as colours. Yes, exactly 6. Exactly 6 colours, and not any more than that. Crayola doesn't know what they're doing with like boxes of 200 crayons. No, there's only 6 colours. Only 6, no more. Oh, so we're guessing. Yes, exactly, Avac. That's how this game works. Is brown a colour? No, brown is just orange with context, or orange is just brown with context. One or the other. How do we do this in steeplechase? I don't know, ABM. You're going to have to talk to Ben about that. Let's have a look at some guesses. Lowest guess is Prey going with 1 million. Danny with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Matt with the 2.5 million. Tudoro's did the 2569 with 3 noughts. We've got 4 players with 5 million down the middle. We've got Vixen gone with 569, 69, 69. SM Midi with all the 7s. Biggest guess we've got is Shadowmane with 8,616,129. It's a very specific number. I'm guessing you just dialed that in on the range and then just went, yeah, it's close enough, that'll do. Is Mayo an introvert? Oh, God, let's just, no. Just get on with it. What's the correct answer? $6,678,939. Riff was the closest, off by like 120,000, I think. Something like that. And you get 979 points for that guess. Mark was next best, getting 976. And then Poison Dark Excalibur, third best, getting 945 points for that. Yeah, I think the Rainbow Six pick is potentially also known as a parlay in some circles. In May 2014, a bettor in Gulfstream Park in Florida bet over $7,600 US on a parlay of 6 races in a single ticket and won $6 million plus there on a 6 race parlay from $7,600. That's quite the payout. This story is really interesting rabbit hole for people to look into for various reasons, as well as being a fun lesson in combinatorics. Basically, rather than actually trying to predict which horse would win each race, Daniel Borislow thought, what if I just put money on all the horses at once? And did just that on 2 tickets for races 3, 4, 5, 7 and 8, with some selective choices on race 6 to hopefully seal the deal. At 20 cents per bet, the total cost was $15,206.40. But what is a mere $15,000 when you've all but guaranteed yourself over $6.6 million US dollars instead? So well done to Riff with the best guess. Prey, unfortunately, a guess of 1 million was a bit too shy, getting nothing for that. Money Factory, yeah, that's the IRS for you. It's the Money Factory. Okay, continuing on to question number 3. Have a look at this. According to demographia.com, when the first modern census was taken in 1801, what was the population of London, England? That is, inner London and outer London combined. Answer between a population of 42,000 and 6.9 million. Because of course it is. Ralph, your guess wasn't accepted. There we go, that one was. Topper, try again. There you go, that's better. And that there is times. Yeah, we had to be a bit specific there, because if we were to say, like, the city of London, that there is very specific, and the population size of that would be quite significantly different compared to, say, what we would now call Greater London or London metropolitan area, something like that. Exactly, Chris. we are talking about what would have been inner London and outer London combined in the year 1801. So would have counted probably the area of City London, but also what everyone would normally perceive London to be at the time. Let's see what you've all guessed. No one even hesitantly going towards the top third there. Lowest guess we got as admission on the internet was just 107,555, and Mark with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jadaro's gone with 250,000. Ralph's gone with 420,000. Chris with 666,000. SM Midi with 1.5 mil. Clyde with 1695988. Matt with an even 2 million. Sue with all the twos. BC and Oni with 2.5 million. Biggest guess we've got is NASA with 4,092,890. Very interesting. Well, let's have a look to see, shall we? That's roughly when the global population hit 1 billion in it, says Ralph. Riff, not Ralph. Mixing you two up as well. I do apologise again. Riff says, the correct answer is... It's a proper riff, Ralph. It really is. $1,096,784. Colo was the closest guess, off by about 100,000 or so, give or take, getting 965 points for the guess. Then it was Manic Volcanic with getting 944 points, and then it was Riff. Not Ralph, Riff, getting 933 points for that guess. There you go. Yes, just over 1 million was the population of London back in 1801. Nothing else to say on that. Currently it has a population of 8.9 million, but that's Greater London area. So, yeah, different thing. And, yeah, so it's scaled up a bit. It's scaled up a bit across the 200 years or so. Yeah, 1 million back in 1801. Well done to Colo with the best guess. Nata, unfortunately, you were furthest away, getting nothing. Okay, 2 more questions left in this round. This one, you're going to do a bit of addition as well, so do bear that in mind. Question number 4 is this. According to the International Weightlifting Federation, what is the current world record for the men's 109 plus kilo combined lifts? That's the snatch and the clean and jerk in kilograms. Answer between 1 and 1,500 kilograms. What's the current world record for the men's 109 plus kilo combined lifts? That's the snatch along with the clean and jerk. There is time. What would I think you would clean after you jerk, says Tadaro. Buzz. Getting a buzz for that one. But no, you would snatch first, then you would clean and jerk. Let's see where you've all gone. Lowest guess, guys. Paul Auster with 269 kilos and Kurz Tuka with 304. Silver Electron and Riff with 420. Proof with 442. Even me with 600. Inca with 620. Mark with 700. Topper and BC 750. Oni with 1,000. Biggest guess is Prey with 1,200 kilograms. So this is Lasha Talakhadze of Georgia, achieving the feat at the 2021 World Weightlifting Championships in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, with a grand total of 492, sort of in the middle of nowhere between guesses, but Ralph and Woollyback were the closest to, and they're getting 955 and 953 points apiece there for the guesses, with Mr. Vertigo next best after that, getting 941 points for the guess. Yes, 492 is the total. Both the snatch at 225 kilos and the clean and jerk at 267 kilos. Those are the two numbers added together. They are also the current world records in their own right for the heaviest weight class of 109 plus kilos in the men's category. So well done for Ralph and Woollyback, basically equal closest there, differing by just 2 points. Prey, unfortunately, your guess was a bit too big, getting absolutely nothing for that. Okay, We've got one question left in this round, and then we'll get another leaderboard update. So let's move on to question number 5. Broadway musical 42nd Street was based on a book of the same name written by Bradford Ropes and then later had a Hollywood film adaptation. Or adaptation. In what year was this film adaptation released? Answer: between the year 1800 and the year 2024. The Broadway musical 42nd Street was based on a book of the same name, written by Bradford Ropes, and then later had a Hollywood film adaptation. In what year was this film adaptation released? Toot knows it to the month and day, says Abe. But we may have a look at their guess to see what happens. So let's have a look to see where all the guesses have gone. All skewing much later on. Do we have a toot here? Actually, we don't have a toot playing right now. Curse Toucan is our oldest guess, along with Silver Electron on 1925, then Vixen on 1934, and Chris and Riff on 1935, just 1 year off that. Then you've got 37, 38, 39, 40, 43, 48, and 50. 50 and 50, 52, 52, 53, 55, 58, 58, 60, 60, 60, 62, 67, 69, 69, 70, 70, 76, 76, 91, 91, 93. Biggest guess we've got is Paul Lister with the year of 1996. It's definitely black and white, says Chris. I mean, even if it's in colour, that's still black and white, technically. It'll have those colours in it. But what? Boo. Alright, I'll buzz myself. There you go. I'll buzz myself for it. But what year was the film adaptation released? Correct answer is... 1933. No one's got it perfect, but Vixen is off by just 1 year. Chris and Riff off by 2 years. Vixen getting 984 points. Chris and Riff getting 968 points. Manic, then next best, getting 937 points. So yeah, 1933 was the correct year. Paulus, unfortunately, you were a bit too modern, getting no points for that. Yeah, the 1980 Broadway musical won 2 Tonys for Best Musical and Best Choreography, and in 2001 it won another Tony for Best Broadway Revival. And then over to poker, we've got fun fact. When the show was revived again for the West End tour in 2017, the song Boulevard of Broken Dreams was added to the show's list of musical numbers as it fits the in-universe timeline of a 1933 song that was made for the 1934 film called Moulin Rouge. No exclamation mark. And for those of you that now have the mental image of Billy Joe Armstrong doing the can-can, you're welcome. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Well, 1933 was the correct year. Vixen just off by 1. Paulister too far away, getting nothing. That is the end of round number 2. Shall we have a look and get another leaderboard update? I think we shall. Here it is. Everybody is off the mark. Tadaro up to 3,047, with Charlemagne then next best on 3,651. At the top, though, Poison Dart Excalibur is still holding on to the lead with 6,989 points. Clive is up to second place, 6,305. Chris, you're on 6,245 in third place. Curse Toucan, 5,977. Curlo, 5,963. And Mark rounding out the top 6 on 5,915. As a reminder, at the end of the next round, we will be looking for the top 6 players to qualify for Special Relativity. So right now, that's Poison Dart Excalibur, Clive, Chris, Curse Toucan, Curlo, and Mark. Vixen is just outside of that range, but there's still everything to play for in round number 3, which is Social Relativity. So in this round, do much the same as you did in round number 2. I give you a question, you give me numerical response. However, once we have done that and collated all of the answers, we will then split you up into 3 equally sized groups by population count. Only the region that contains the correct answer will actually score any points. A minimum of 500, a maximum of 1,500 if you are on the nose with your guess. If you're in a non-scoring zone, you get absolutely nothing. That's why it's called a non-scoring zone. There are potential edge cases at foot in this round, and also there is the potential of being just one away from the correct answer and scoring absolutely nothing. It's just how the regions lie, baby. So just be careful about that, all right? Good luck out there. Give me your best guesses. Your first question is this. It's not that. It's not that. Don't give me an answer yet. It's not that. It's not that. Please do not give me that answer. I'll give you the question in text right now. And I need to check to see what's happening with the question itself. For some reason, it didn't import it properly. I don't know why it didn't. It's got completely the wrong range as well. Thankfully, you can still submit an answer in the right range when I correct it. And it's only this question that got broken, thankfully. But the question itself is this. According to their website, how many countries does the non-profit educational public speaking based organization Toastmasters International currently serve? The answer is between 1 and 205. I will give you that. The answer is between 1 and 205. Let me just update what it says on screen right now while you tickle some answers in. That answer between 1 and 205. That is your range. 1 and 205. It's going to make for incredible reading in a moment. One and 205. How did that one get through? Yeah, for some reason that question just got really weirdly assigned in the export. Don't know why. That's very strange. Do apologise for missing that. But yeah, the colour bars are going to be real interesting show right now because we're looking at a tiny sliver of this entire slide. But we will continue on. I'm hoping that all the answers that came through were in the newly adjusted range. We'll see. Okay, let's see where all your answers are going. Yep. Good, all the answers were in the right range we were expecting. So, this is going to look so silly. This is going to look so silly. So, we've got Kaz Teague with the lowest guess of 24. Then Oni on 35 and Sue on 44. We go up to 69 for Paul Lister. We've got an even 100 from Puzzle Dan SMidi and Mark. 110 from Clive. 130 from Silver Electron. 133 from Midget on the Internet. Biggest guess we've got is Natter with 193. Shall we have a look at our ranges? Shall we have a look at the regions? I think we shall. Let's have a look. So there was 95 and 128 I saw. So blue zone is up to 95 from 1. Green is from that up to 128, and then red is from 128 up to the maximum of 50,000. Thankfully, that doesn't really matter. Because all your guesses were in the appropriate range, that's absolutely fine because it's still it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, it's fine. The answer won't be that, I hope. Shoot, has it loaded that up yet or not? I don't know. Oh, shoot. That's actually a really interesting thing, Solar, you said. Has it already resolved what the answer is in a variable or not? I'm hoping not. I can remark. I'm pretty certain I put that in, that I can remark the question if that does happen. I'm certain I added that as a thing. That I can remark the answer if it does a weird thing like that. Alternatively, what I'll do actually right now, for my own sanity's sake, is I'll get a breakpoint installed at the appropriate juncture to make sure that the number that comes through is the correct number. So it may have already made a copy of the answer number in a variable that it's then passing around. That's the thing I'm worried about. I don't think I would have done with that, but it's entirely possible. That's the problem. Social relativity v2. Let's have a look. What do I do? I mean, I'll be able to work it out from the code as well, if I'm actually doing it directly from the question or not. Reveal. Mark a value, starts out there, does slide, then goes to question.answer, which is a direct reference to that. And then that, and then when it marks with that, play update row based off of question.answer. So yes, it should be working directly from the question object, not from a copy of that number. And I have already changed it. So I'm hoping right now everything's good. Shall we see, folks? Proper tension here. Correct answer is... It's going to do a slide up to the maximum, but it should come crashing back down again. Yes. Good. 150 is the number I was expecting to see. Tadaru and Chris were equally as distant. 5 either side, getting some points. Red Zone scored from 128 and above was the correct answer there, or a scoring answer, should I say. Tadaru doing the best, getting 267 points. Then Chris and BC next best, getting 1,151 points there. All the way down to and including Nata, getting 500 points for being in the Red Zone scoring. Everybody else, blue and green, scoring absolutely nothing. Toastmasters International aims to help people develop their public speaking and leadership skills and was founded on the 22nd of October 1924 by Dr. Ralph Smedley in Santa Ana, California. That's all very well and good, but do they recommend Breville, George Foreman, or KitchenAid more? No idea. But correct answer was 150 for the purposes of the actual question. According to the website, how many countries does the non-profit educational public speaking based organisation Toastmasters International currently serve? And definitely not a copy and paste from round 2, question 1, which would have been a much different number. Well, into the Red Zone scoring points. That's why you need to check the export sheet on a more regular basis. I mean, it was already in quite a mess when we were messing around with it in the proofing, but apparently that one got missed out. Everything else, I think, should be okay, he says, as he looks at it again. Yes, everything else looks like it should be okay. And we made it through. Everything did validate properly once I had corrected the question. Okay, question number 2 is this. How many total unique challengers fought in Kitchen Stadium on the original run of the Fuji television-produced show Iron Chef? That is from October 1993 to September 1999, including 4 specials from 2000 to 2002. Answer between 1 and 400 unique challengers. Unique. There were some challengers that were on multiple times, so they will only count once per. Now there is time. Let's have a look to see where you've gone. Colo's our smallest guest with 57, TVP Polska with 59, and Manic with 69. Nice. We've got Tadaro with 169 with Riff. Shadowmane just one higher than that on 170, playing some edge case game here, I guess. Top of BC, Vixen, and Mr. Vertigo, all on an even 200. Mark and Drew Husker on 222. Biggest guess is Curse Toucan with Pi multiplied by a bit, 341. Now let's split you up into 3 equally sized groups. Oh, there was some play, but it did not land in the right place for some people. Blue is from 1 up to and including 167.5 specifically. Green is from that up to 213. And then red from that up to the maximum of 400. No edge cases here. The 169s were hoping to be on an edge, and the 200s were also hoping to be on an edge. It did not play out that way. Danny, you're just on the green side, looking over on red, but you're not in the red. Let's see. The correct answer is... it's just the red zone. Scoring 274 was the correct answer. Pozzodan off by 5 challengers. Well done. Getting 1,425 points for your guess. Then it was only 1,142 points. And then Ralph, 1,022 points. All the way down to and including Kirstuken getting the minimum 500. So yes, it was 274 because some episodes had Iron Chef versus Iron Chef and some challengers returning back to Kitchen Stadium to fight again. Nothing else really more to say other than, yeah, the online reference was almost complete, but they missed adding 2 challenges due to not including part 1 of the Beijing/Chinese special. So well done to all the red zone scorers there, particularly to Pozzodan with the best guess, getting 1,425 points. Everybody else in blue and red, blue and green, should I say, getting absolutely nothing. Yeah, I suppose so, Tadaru. Yeah, it would have been a much bigger number, though some of them were 150 an episode, and then some of them were silly. There was like a 500 episode, I think, at one point as well. The Beijing Chinese special, that one was a trip, says Ape. Sure, whatever. I'm not even going to buzz that one. Question number 3. Have a look at this. In Countdown, what's the highest total number of points that a single player has been awarded across all 8 of their main Heat games in the 15-round format? Answer: between 1 and 2,000 points. What's the highest total number of points that a single player has been awarded across all 8 of the main Heat games in the 15-round format? And that there is time. M3, this one is for you. Well, yeah, it would be, because we're referencing literally the Apterous wiki here, so they should know. We are, of course, talking about Elliot Meller becoming the first Octo champ in May 2019 to achieve a quite a significant total. Let's put it that way. Let's see where you've all gone. Lowest guess is Wooly Back with 157 and Silver Electron with 515. Tadaro's gone with 690. We've got an 808 from Danny Gambit and Paulister. We've got an 888 from Suyu and Shapes. You've got even 1,000 from Ralph, SME, Topper and Mr. Vertigo and Vixen. 1,001 from Oni and Matt the Ref playing some metagaming here. Biggest guess we've got is Shadowmane with 1,620. Shall we see where the edge lies? Oh! They stole the edge case! Love it! So blue is from 1 up to 894. Green is from 894 up to 1001 specifically. And then red is from that up to and including 2000. So Oni and Matt, you are on the edge between green and red, meaning if either of those regions scores, then you will get some points. Ralph, SMD, Topper, Miss Vertigo and Vixen, though, they are solely in the green zone on 1,000. So if it is 1,002, let's say, because 1,001 is strictly still in green, if it's 1,002, then they will score absolutely nothing. And I did say that he did break through quite a significant total barrier across his 8 games as an Octo champ. Correct answer is... 1,061. Yeah, the first to score over 1,000 points cumulatively. With Inca doing the best guess, getting 1,489 points for that guess. Then it was Colo, 1,468. And then TVP at Polska, 1,459 points. All the way down to and including Shadowmane getting 500 points. Yes, only and Matt doing quite well, actually, with their guess, getting 1,393, being on the edge between green and red. So, yeah, Elliot Meller back in May of 2019. And according to the community website, he is noted as the greatest player to never win a regular series. It's sort of a backhanded compliment, that, isn't it? The greatest player to have never won a regular series. But, yeah, 1,061 there. Well done to the Reds owners getting some points. Everybody else in the blue and the green getting nothing. That's a blast from the actress past. Oh, all of the rhyming going on there. Okay, we've got 2 questions left in the main part of the game. 2 opportunities to score some points to try and get you into special relativity. Question number 4 is this. To the nearest kilometre, what is the great circle distance between Cairo, Egypt and Cairo, Illinois? Answer: between 1 kilometre and 50,000 kilometres. 8, try again. There you go, that's better. To the nearest kilometre, what's the great circle distance between Cairo, Egypt and Cairo, Illinois? Silly extra zero. Pyramids aren't for rockets. Edge case time. What the fuck's a kilometre? Well, you see, Prey, it's sort of like a mile, except it's nowhere near a mile. Well, it's, you know, similar ballpark in magnitudes, but yeah, it's like a chain but longer. And Tadaro thought in miles. Yeah, we're talking about kilometres, not miles. Yeah, we've been mixing up all of the metrics here. It's like a mile, but not shit. Let's have a look to see where you gone. Lowest guess we've got is Danny Gambit and BC, both going with the 6969. Ralph has gone with the 7501. Poison Dart is the first 5-digit response with 10364. Even me with all the ones. Measure on the internet, 20,001. Topper with 25,000. TVP at Polska, 25,001. Potsdam, 25,069. That's the 2569 with a 0 in the middle. Praise gone with 2569 with a 0 at the end. Biggest guess we've got is Matt with the 42,420. Let's have a look to see where the regions lie. Oh, well, look at that. Blue is from 1 up to 15,362. Green is from that up to 25,035, splitting Polska and Puzzledown in twain. Red is from 25,035 up to the maximum of 50,000 that we have on this range. So the distance in question is 141,038.3 Great Sphinxes. There's your little Alex Horn measured for you. But what's that in kilometres? Well, I can tell you. Correct answer is this. The Blue Zone claims it 10,317. Poison Dart off by... bloody hell, off by just 50 kilometres. That is a pretty damn good guess there, getting 1,488 points for that guess. Then it was only next best, getting 1,319, and then AB Me 1,290. All the way down to and including Prugs in the scoring zone of the Blue Zone, getting 500 for being in the scoring zone. Green and red getting absolutely nothing. Yes, it is a distance of 10,317.233 kilometres, also known as 6,410.819 miles, or 141,038.3 Great Sphinxes. And if you're wondering what Great Circle is, by the way, the Great Circle distance is used for measuring the distance between 2 points on the surface of a sphere. It is always sort of the minimum distance between the two across the surface of a sphere. And yes, even though the Earth isn't actually a sphere, it's close enough that using lat long coordinates gives a result that is accurate to within about 0.5%. So, you know, we're all right with that. Yes, we're an oblate spheroid and things like that, but, you know, close enough. We're basically a sphere. Blue zone scores, everybody else getting nothing. One question left in the main part of the game. Oh, good luck with this one, folks. I didn't say it was a flat Earth. No, I didn't say it was flat. I just say it's not really a sphere. It's mostly a sphere, but it's not really a sphere. It's close enough, like that. Oblate spheroid. Question number 5. Have a look at this. As of December 2023, how many listed companies, that's domestic and international, were listed on the New York Stock Exchange? Answer, between 1 and 5,000. Earth's a jelly bean. What taste would that be, though, Ape? What would be the taste of a jelly bean of the Earth? Black licorice. Yeah, accurate. Yeah. Get your answers in. Soil, or just licorice if you're nasty. Sorry, put the Q in there. Yes. Let's have a look to see where you've gone. You're feeling confident with your last-ditch attempt to get points in this round, says Topper, with your guess of 2. Securing your position in the blue zone, I see. Only with a guess of 500, Danny with 1,001. We're going up to Esamidian and BC with 2,000. Colo with 2223. Cetra and Prey and Vixen with a 2569. Ape is gone one below that on 2568. Tried to upset the balance, I see. ABB with 2800. TV8 Polska 2911. Chris with 3000. Biggest guess we got is Clive on 4,588. And as we split you up. Yeah, it's none of that anyway. It was a good effort, but unfortunately none of that anyway. Blue zone from 1 up to 2,187. Green from that up to 2,956. And then red from that up to and including 5,000. OMG, please no, says Chris. Well, you are squarely in the red zone, so it needs to be greater than 2956 for you to score some points. Yeah, almost a 2569 in the right order. Almost, but not quite. As of December 2023, how many listed companies were listed on the NYSE? Correct answer is... It's in the green zone, 2,272. Colo off by around 50 with a guess of 2,223, getting themselves 1,423 points of the guess. Then it was Ralph next best, getting 1,142, and then a midget on the internet getting 1,093, all the way down to and including TVP8 Polska in the scoring zone, getting 500 points. Everyone in green getting points, blue and red getting nothing. Okay, wasn't that close, but can't be that upset. But still could have been points. Yeah, if you're breaking it down by the two parts, you've got 1,709 domestic, 563 international. By comparison, the NASDAQ has a total of 2,606 domestic listings and 826 international ones for a grand total of 3,432 listings on the NASDAQ compared to the NYSE. So that there brings us to a close on the main game of relativity tonight. Who is in our top 6? Who is qualifying for special relativity tonight? At the back of the pack, we've got Avac and Topper, Shadowbane and Suyu, Woollyback and Paulister, Sudaru and Mr. Vertigo, SM Mini and Inca, Danny and Shapes, Manic and Prey, Riff and Natter, Kurstuken and Silver Electron, Drahuska and Vixen, Clive and Ape, Midget on the internet and AB Me, Chris and Puzzledan, Cetra and Matt, Prugs, just missing out as TVP at Polska. Our top 6 are Oni, Mark, Ralph, BC, Poison Dart slipping into second. First place is Colo. Well, what an interesting end there. Colo ending in first place there by a resounding 500 additional points over Poison Dart Excalibur in second place, 9,410. BC in third, Ralph in fourth, Mark in fifth, Oni in sixth. You six will be qualifying to Special Relativity in a moment. Everybody else, that is the end of your game right now. How close was it between 6th and 7th? It was a difference of 218 points from the looks of things between 6th and 7th. So hard luck there, TVP Polska. You were very, very close, but not quite good enough this time round. But all those points have been converted into doots, and they have been paid out for you right now. So thank you very much for playing, everybody. But the Super 6, you've got one more duty. This is the final round. It is time for Special Relativity. So for our final 6 players, we will give you a question on the screen with no range. You just need to give me a numerical response. Whoever is furthest away will be eliminated on each question. We rinse and repeat until just one player is left standing. They will be our winner tonight. You could be earning anything from an additional 10,000 doots all the way up to an additional 100,000 doots, depending on where you place in this final round of Special Relativity. Wish you all the best of luck. Here comes your first question of Special Relativity. In May of 2022, a new record was made for the most expensive car sold at an invite-only auction. Not adjusting for inflation, what was the sale price in euros of this car? Answer now. We've got 2 guesses in. 3, 4 guesses in. 5 guesses in. We are looking for one more. I only counted 5. So if there was a missing answer, they are going to get long.max valued, and that will be the end of their game. We'll see what happens in the reveal. I miscounted last time, so we'll see what happens, because we did have 6 answers to reveal on the previous edition. I just miscounted. So could be that's just another case right now, but I'm pretty certain I counted 5 off there. Let's go through the answers that came through. BC came in with 2.5 million and €1. Poison Dart went with 6.3 million euro. You set the range right now. Next was Colo with 24,222,222. You now set the upper limit. Then it was Oni with 30 million. Colo's you're safe through. Oni, you take the upper limit. Next was Ralph down the middle on 15 million. You're safe through. And now, final player. Did you give me an answer, or are you getting long.max valued? We did get a guess. Mark went with 8. Went with max. It did get the long dot value, but it says 8,069. It's a bit bugged like that for some reason, but has gone for the maximum long value, which is, well, you can see it there. It's 9 and then lots of zeros. Something like that, 8. So that puts our division point at that, because it doesn't know how to do that. When you have the max value adding into another positive value, it underflows, or sorry, overflows to a negative number, should I say. So that's why the division point looks like to be a negative number, because computers in it. So below -4, whatever that is, BC, you're safe through. Above -4, whatever that is, Mark, you're safe through. But that's not how this works. It's going to be 4 something positive, not negative. Correct answer is €135 million at auction. The car in question was a 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe and was auctioned off by the classic car auction house RM Sotheby's in 2022. So everyone was actually lower with their bids. but low enough to stay in the game. Unfortunately, Mark, your guess, it didn't come through. Whatever happened, I don't know what happened, but it didn't come through. You do take 6th place, and you take 10,000 doots away for claiming 6th place. Thank you very much for playing. BC, though, your 2.5 million and 1 is just enough to keep you in the game. Well, yeah, so because we have on occasion asked questions that require more than 10 digits, we've had to use long dots rather than int dots, because a regular signed int, it just doesn't have enough precision for that. So yeah, that's why I'm using long dot, because that gives me the full range that I need. We won't ever get to using all of those digits, I don't think, because that would be a bit stupid. But it gives me enough comfortable range to use over just a signed int would do. Okay, 5 players left in, 4 questions remain. Now, this is one you might be worrying about the number of digits potentially. Be careful. Do watch your digits. Question number 2 is this. What's the total number of popular votes cast for all candidates in the 2020 United States presidential election? This includes all valid write-in and none of these candidates' votes as well. Answer now. 1 guess in, 2 guess in. 3 in, 4 in. All players are in. What's the total number of popular votes cast for all candidates in the 2020 US presidential election? Including all valid write-in and none of these candidates' votes as well. We're just going to talk about the question, and that's about it, Chris. We're not going to get into any more than that, I don't think. So let's go through some answers. Poison Arts gave me an answer of 86 million. Ralph gave me 60 million. So you swap positions. Carlo went with 152,222,222, continuing with the 2 theme. Take the upper limit. And Poison Art, you're safe through. Next is BC with 120 million. You're safe through in the middle of the range. And finally, Oni went bigger than Colo. 200 million. Colo, you're safe through. Oni takes the upper limit, which sets our division point at 130 million votes. Below that, Ralph, you're safe through to the next question. Above that, Oni, you're safe through to the next question. This could go either way. And you're right, it can go either way. It is inside this range. But who is closer? The correct answer is... It's a pretty good guess in chat, Oren. 160 million would have been very good indeed. 158,429,631 votes in total. Ralph, unfortunately, your guess of 60 million was off by about 100 million votes in total. But you claim 5th place and 20,000 doots. Thank you very much for playing. Oni, your guess of 200 million was, I think, one of the closest out there. There was a guess of 150, so you would have been all right with that. But Oni, 200 million keeps you in the game. You're safe through to the next question. Do I have anything else to note on that? Yeah, there were 179,740 write-in votes and 14,079 votes for none of these candidates, which was the only an option in Nevada. The least popular candidate was Zachary Scalf, an independent candidate for the state of Vermont, polling only 29 votes for that. Okay. 4 players still in. 3 questions to go. Good luck. The next question is... to the nearest meter. What's the current height of Mount Everest that straddles the border between China and Nepal? Answer now. Oni's in, BC's in. Colo and Poison Dart are also in. that there is time. What's the current height of Mount Everest that straddles the border between China and Nepal? Let's go through the answers. Oni gave me an answer of 7,400 meters. BC went with 8,000 meters. Pretty close guesses. Take the limits. Next is Poison Dart, went with a guess of 5117. Only you're safe through to the next question. And Kolo's guess was 9,222, continuing the theme. BC, you're safe through. Kolo now takes the upper limit. This sets our division point at 7,170. Below that, Poison Dart, excuse me, Poison Dart, you will be safe through if it is below 7,170. Above that, Kolo, you are safe through. Is this the one that's a round number, but the person who measured it changed it so it sounded more precise? I don't have that information to hand, but maybe, although maybe in feet. We are talking about meters. And the correct answer is... 8,849 meters tall. Whilst there can be slight differences due to local changes in snow level, gravity deviation, light refraction, and among other factors, 8,849 was the measure we've got. In 2020, China and Nepal jointly declared Mount Everest elevation to be 29,031.69 feet, or 8,848.86 meters tall. So, Poison Dart, unfortunately, that is the end of your game, but very well done to claim 4th place. That's a bonus 35,000 doots going your way for 4th place. Kolo, your guesses with the 2s on the end, they're doing well for you. You're still in the game. You are safe through to the penultimate question in tonight's edition of Relativity. So, 2 questions left. 3 players still in. I hope you love your golf, because I know Brian loves his golf. I hope you like your golf out there, because here comes a golf question. To the nearest meter, what's the total length of the Augusta National Golf Club course, the site of the annual Masters Golf Tournament? Answer now. In meters. Oni's in. Kolo is in. BC is in. Does anyone really like golf, says Riff? There's a few people in here that would say that they would enjoy golf. I don't know. You have selected Power Drive. Bull is in the parking lot. Right, so let's see the 3 guesses that came in. Oni gave me a guess of 5,600. Kolo selected 4,333. You're breaking from tradition here, Kolo. Where's your 2's gone? You've gone with 3s. You set the lower limit. And finally, BC with a guess of 6,700 means only you are guaranteed through to the final question. It is between Kolo on 4,333 and BC on 6,700, which sets our division point at 5,517. Excuse me. Below that, Kolo, you're safe through to the final question. Above that, BC, you are through to the final question. The breakpoint is super close to where Oni was. The correct answer is... Just outside the range, 6,908. A phenomenal guess for you there, BC. Off by just 208 meters of length. Colo, you were off there by just a bit too far. We do say goodbye to you, but you claim third place and 50,000 doots for your troubles there for getting into third place in tonight's edition of Relativity. Congratulations there. You shouldn't have broken from those threes, though I suppose making them twos would have made it even further away, I guess. Swings and roundabouts, I suppose. BC, you are through to the final question against Oni. Third final, says Oni. Not quite a Mount Everest. Hang on, do I need to go over to the thing? Yeah. The course is 7,555 yards long, or 6,908.292 meters, or to put it in terms of the previous question, 78.07% of Everest's height. So there you go. Stop looking at the sheet and press the button, Ash. Oh, okay, Poker, I will do. Fine. I'll go over here. Final two players. There is an asterisk in the question. You may want to listen to what I say about the asterisk before you make your decision on what to submit. Just bearing that in mind. Okay? There is an asterisk to the question, which means there's more stuff for me to read that isn't in the question text proper. No, not an asterisk. An asterisk. The final question is... What's that number doing there? Oh, no, I understand now why that number's there. Right. So, why is that there? No, I understand now. Okay. Final question, I'm not going to complain anymore, is this. According to the World Wildlife Fund website, in kilometres squared, what is the area of the Sahara Desert ecoregion, bounded between the latitude lines of 18 degrees and 30 degrees north? Whilst the area commonly referred to as the Sahara Desert is usually used and bigger than this ecoregion, the values given online vary wildly as to accepted size, so it felt unfair to give that as the final question. Answer now. We've already got a guess in. They didn't want to listen to my waffle. Need an answer. And BC is in. Well then, here we go. What is the area of the Sahara Desert ecoregion in kilometres squared, or square kilometres? It's at least 3. I can tell you, it certainly is at least 3. 2 players in, 2 answers locked in. Oni was first, with a 20 million guess. BC with a 1 million guess. So it's a question of magnitude. Who is closer on the magnitude value? That sets our division point at the division point of the magnitudes at 10,500,002. Anything of 7-digit nature, basically, BC, you are the winner. Anything of 8-digit nature, Oni, you are the winner. It probably comes as no surprise that the answer is in this range. It is between 1 million and 20 million square kilometres. So it really is now a question of which magnitude is closer. Good luck. The correct answer is... And it's over to BC. 4,619,260 square kilometres. And of course there are 2 larger deserts than the Sahara, them being the Antarctica and the Northern Arctic. But yeah, those are slightly different kinds of desert. And that's all I need to say on that question. Yeah, well done to BC on the win there. Only, unfortunately, your guess of 20 million was too far away. We do have to say goodbye, but you claim second place and 75,000 doots for your troubles and getting into second place. BC, though, you are the winner! Getting 100,000 doots. And there you go, speeding off into the unknown. Once again, thank you to Brian for the pack of Relativity tonight, and thank you to Poker for some immense proofing of that pack as well. It's been greatly appreciated, especially all of the colour commentary that you've been providing alongside the pack as well. Poker has been greatly appreciated. Some Euroquisition revenge. Something along those lines. And again, thank you to Shadowmane, to Cetra, and to Oni for the games of Wipeout earlier on this evening as well. Right. That brings us to a close in the main proceedings of tonight's stream. It's 10:30. Goodness me, really? 10:30? Wow. Let's go over to the wheel and do some wheel spinning to figure out what we've got for tonight's end of stream thing. Look at my hair. Look at how silly my hair is tonight. I knew it was a mess, but I didn't realise it was that much of a mess. Jesus Christ, that's terrible. Anyway, right, let's do a spin of the wheel, shall we? Music! Need to get it cut. That's the thing. I need to get it cut. Conan O'Brien over here. Spin it. That wheel. Go. Oh, okay. Respin time, is it? Alright, okay. I see how it is. So whatever we land on, it's another 15,000 to it. Plus also, because we're spinning the wheel again, we're going to add another 5,000 to the next pot. So we're actually adding 10,000 after this spin has occurred. So jackpot right now is landing on 385. After this spin, it'll be 390. Okay? So I keep forgetting that's the rule that I've added for this season is jackpot goes up 5,000 for each spin. So let's keep going. So let's add 15,000 to a 10k marble race. Which means it is a 25,000 marble race, then, is what we're going to be doing to close out tonight's stream. So let me go to Steam, load up marbles. Now I have the perfect music for tonight's edition. Because, oh man, there's a story to this, but I'll talk about the story once I have loaded marbles on Stream Up and let you get into the game proper, because there is a story to it. Let me go to marbles on stream. There we go. I'll need to switch the layout to direct marbles as well on the stream deck. Continue. We're going to go to a race. Switch that layout. Community time. Do we have anything from... We've already played that one. Do we have anything from Matt? No. Okay, so it's just going to be another random community map then. No, it's way too high. 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 Perfect for what we're going to be playing as... Oh, no, that's too long. Need it to be a short track, but a short track and low elimination rate is what I want for tonight's edition. That's perfect. We'll go with Rad Conduit City then. This is perfect for what I want to do with the music. So if you want in on this marble race, you know what to do. Exclamation mark play is what you need to do to enter in. Let me put marbles in as the game name and 25,000 as our prize on the marble side of things. So, the story. Yes, the story about this particular track. So, when I was last in Japan, that would have been in 2019, I was just sort of, you know, chilling out in one of the hotel rooms. Had some when I was a young warthog. No, when I was in Japan in 2019, I was chilling in one of the hotel rooms. I can't remember exactly where. I think it must have been at the Tokyo hotel. Yes, it must have been in Tokyo, so it would have been the Ueno area. Had the TV on just as I was chilling, and it was sort of because it was the day I arrived, because I had midday TV, like afternoon TV on, like 3 p.m. or something like that, and just some random stuff was on TV, like kids educational stuff, and then there was this interstitial that just lasted for like a minute, and it was just marbles going down a like a contraption, like a Rube Goldberg kind of contraption, and then it ended with this really lovely, cute phrase. I didn't know what it actually said at the time. I didn't actually read it or hear it properly, but it ended with this lovely phrase. Da 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 da. Nat has got it, and I was like, they were so good, I didn't even bother to research it after. This week, I just suddenly thought about it, like, what was that again? What was that thing that I watched? Because I was like, Marbles is probably going to happen on stream again at some point. It would be nice to have that as a reference, as a callback to that. What was it called? Went searching, and I found out what it was called. It is Pythagoras Switch, or Pythagoras Switch. It's just so good. It's the music is so good for that. I now need to find a suitable amount of music for Pythagoras Switch. It gets stuck in your head. I do apologise for that, folks, but it will get stuck in your head once you've started hearing it. Excuse me. Now, the only one that I've been able to find is 30 seconds on loop, so it's the same 30 seconds over and over again, which is why I wanted a short track, so that you didn't get to hear it over and over again completely excessively. But if you go on YouTube and search for Pythagoras Switch, or Pythagora Switch, actually it's not actually possessive, it's Pythagora Switch is actually the official name. There is a Japanese edition of that, Japanese name of that, it just uses the katakana, but searching the English for Pythagora Switch will work. It's pronounced Pythagoras Switch. It's just so cute. But you will be lost for hours, especially all the Rube Goldberg machines that just other general people have submitted as well onto YouTube. Some of the contraptions are crazy. It's amazing. Anyway, random.org. We need to find a random position to pay alongside first and last finishing positions to get 25,000 apiece. We have 40 marbles in. Goodness me, that's a lot of marbles. And it's going to be 12th place. So first place, 12th, and last finish equals 25k. There you go. Those are the paying positions in tonight's race, should I say. I think you just searched for Japanese TV shows way back in the day and Pythagoras Switch came up. Fair enough. Yeah, mine was literally a case of it was on in the background. I think it must have been NHK in the background, and it was just just an interstitial thing during an advert break or something. And I was like, that's so cute. I like that. Right, let's get this race away. Good luck, everyone, and enjoy the dulcet tones of Pythagoras Switch. It is so lovely. It's so cute as well. Let's go. It's lights out and away we roll. So I'm guessing this is all one big thing. I don't know what's actually happening here, but you must have all teleported underneath. Yes. Midget on the internet is currently in the lead. Pythagoras Switch. And again! Midget on the internet still in the lead with Colo in second, TVP out Polska in third. Is it going to be a Midget on the internet winning tonight's race? Pythagoras Switch. And again! There is another piece of music. I couldn't find that one. Theory getting exploded. Oh, that's rude. Our winner tonight is TV Piet Polska. What was the other paying position I need to look at? 12th. Oh, I can't see what 12th is. It's 12th and last. Come on, Shapes. Suichi. Come on, Shapes. 40 seconds. You can get this. There you go. So, our winner is TV Polska. Very well done to you. Win marble race. There is a payout for that. Get ready. Pigakora Suichi. One more time. 12th place is BC. Well done, BC. 2014 for 12th place finish. And final position was all but Theory. So Shapes was our final finisher. We like Shapes. Final finish. Final finish, please. Here we go again. Pidakora Suichi. And now we're done. And now we're done. So yeah, that is Pythagoras Switch. Or Pidakora Suichi. It really does get in your head. Really gets in your head. But the actual Rube Goldberg machines are just very clever as well. Especially when they basically have to time it to fit that music, to fit it exactly as like 30 seconds. It's so good. So what they play to prisoners to make them admit to murders. Probably do as well. Anyway, that brings us to a close on tonight's stream. Thank you very much for tuning in to Quiz Night tonight. I will be back. Eat the Katsudan. We'll be back on Friday with Untitled Grid Game as a warm-up, Redacted written by Score Count and Dogfish, Outright written by Matt and Vixen. Do we have anyone to go and raid into tonight? Let's have a quick look on Twitch to see if there is. It's 11:15. Goodness me, that's late. Let's see. Anyone to go raid into tonight? We can say hi to Quizzy Dan, who's currently still online playing some Inscription. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll go with the raid message of Pythagoras Switch, because he probably won't know what that is. So we'll raid with Pythagoras Switch. We'll be quick then. We'll be quick. Quizzy Dan. Well, quick. Who's just talking about... I don't care. I'm raiding him first. I'll see you soon. Bye! I need to raid him. Bye!